Hello there. I am pleased to tell you that I'm not dead. I have, however, not streamed in a little while. Been a little overwhelmed with the state of the world, shall we say. But we've still been playing plenty, and so I've mostly built this city. This is rather gorgeous, actually. It's one of the two huge mystical sites that the Shogun theme comes with, and it's got a load of built-in other buildings. There's a restaurant in here, though I've taken that down because it was confusing my people, and they were sitting around at a restaurant that wasn't actually functioning, rather than going to the restaurant that's all the way over there. I tried running a restaurant here for a little while, but the problem is it's very close to the forest, and the guards were doing a rubbish job of protecting them, and so people, particularly chefs, were getting eaten on a regular basis. So that wasn't much good. But it's a really nice, particularly the water area. I don't know what something's going to turn up over here, some building, but I'm not sure what yet. I think this is only like level 2, or maybe I got it to level 3. I've been poking away at it. No, it's still level 2, but it's halfway to level 3. I just keep running out of all the right stuff. And over here is our graveyard, or this whole watery area is the graveyard. And I've already filled up the downstairs bits. I don't think anyone else is going to be buried down here. Lots of I forgot I lost that carpenter. I don't know how that even happened. Zombies just seem to appear and take us by surprise. And there's a little flower shop just over here in the corner. She's not doing very much. Most critically is this over here. I needed a bit more space and another farm. So what I did is I snuck into the what's it called? Cavern. And in here is in the decorations somewhere. Here we are. Is it decorations? I'm confused. I should have checked this before. I'm failing you, my friends. I've forgotten what it is. I think it must be a decoration. Infrastructure, mystic, infrastructure, intersections? Is that the one? No, it's not. Oh, fiddly-dee. I am so bad at this. Infrastructure. Connectors? Oh, why didn't I check this before I decided to do this video? It's not mega halls. It's not halls. Oh, disaster. Anyway, it's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere. And it's this. And And it took a while to build, I can tell you. But it is just a great big stair from the surface that goes all the way down here. And so then I stuck a farm mega hall from the same theme in here. So I've got another farmer now, and a plantation guy up the top. The mega halls are fantastic. They hold a whole. On the other side of the wall. But we have a little plantation guy here. He's actually working some plantations outside of on the surface as well, because I needed my bamboo. And there's actually room for another flower shop here, but I don't need to. So that is fairly busy. I needed the extra space for all the mine colonies' foods, because mine colonies added a whole range of foods that are particularly good for colonists. Only a few of them can be grown underground. Only the ones that don't have a specific biome. Ouch. I brought this little fella down here, but doesn't seem to actually be interested in fertilizing the crops. Bone meal doesn't work on these either. It's got to be fertilizer made by a composter. So that was all a bit confusing. And then over here, I just made a great big tunnel. Once again, I got the builder to do this. So I've got my leatherworts growing there. I recently just chopped down some trees here. So, and then over here, because I needed the space, I've got my enchanting table. Now, because we're using apotheosis, enchanting is a little bit more complex than usual. And you can actually place more things than you normally can to get it to add up. These here are sea shelves. The regular shelves just give you one Eterna, which is basically the old-fashioned enchanting power. The sea shelves, which will require prismarine, give you a little bit more Eterna, plus Arcana. And what Arcana does is it increases the number of enchantments you actually get when enchanting things. Now, do I have anything I can actually put in here at the moment? Because I've been on a bit of an enchanting spree. Golden fishing rod, that'll do perfectly. So, yeah. Oh, look at the C3. I'll be taking that apart and putting it on my good one. Nature's Mend just keeps turning up, unfortunately. It seems to be really common, and it's not very good, because unless you have a particular Nature's Aura set up. But yeah, that's a nice rod. I will strip the enchantments off that and put it on the rod I actually use. And I also went into the Nether. Let's finish talking about this. Candles, which I found a whole bunch of them in a zombie dungeon, also increase Arcana, which is why I've got it up to Arcana 71%, which is why that turned out quite so beautifully. Arcana increases the chance of rare enchantments as well, but mostly it just gives you extra enchantments when you do it. And candles, you can spread them everywhere. And I need to make, and you can seashells are just the beginning improved bookshelf. They are much better. Now over here, I have a silk touch pickaxe now, of course. I grabbed one of the zombie spawners I found and stuck a blaze egg in there. I got blaze eggs from an enchantment called Capturing, which makes mobs have a chance to drop their spawn egg, which is really useful. That's a really good start now. And then you can just drop the spawn egg onto the spawner to turn it into a spawner of the right species. And then I also modified it Once again using Apotheosis to require a redstone signal. So I can just turn it on when I want to. And eventually some blazes will appear. Maybe. Come on. I put it in a really stupid spot, which means that they sometimes spawn behind the walls. Ah, there we are. Ah, I'm also super fireproof now. And I can extend this wherever I want, really, if I need the space, but this is pretty much all I need at the moment. Oh, hello. That there is the enchanter. We're working on level 3 there. Got a bit stuck again. Got the fisher up to level 4, which means she's started collecting sponges and even more prismarine. I think we're working on level 5 at the moment. Probably stuck. You might notice we also added an ambient sound mod, so which is actually really loud when you're wearing headphones. I hadn't realised. I have, because I like keeping track of what the fish is actually picking up, I have pick up turned to never. So they only come and pick up when I tell them to. Because I like to just keep track of what she's actually finding, rather than it just going into a great big pile over in the warehouse. A little bit of micromanagement there. But I'm also here a lot fishing myself, because I just love fishing. I used a mod called Biome Beans to turn a bit of this area. Those are the points where I actually used the beans, where it's turned into coral rock. Turned a little bit of this area, basically surrounding... hang on, that's the one we want. You can see it very clearly here. Turning this area into warm ocean, because it was river, even though we're on the ocean, because the world gen at the moment, the world gen in 20.1 just does some really stupid things sometimes. And it needs to be ocean of some sort in order to get treasure. There's another spot I did it. And as I said, it turns into coral. Now, meanwhile, we've got the farmer up to level 3. I actually got one builder up to level 5, which was all mangrovey and red terracotta-y and a bit of a pain in the neck, but it's all done now. We're working on the university again. The university's up to level 3 now. Upstairs is a combat academy, but I haven't unlocked that yet. And over here we've got a library. Oh, and there's a school. No, the school's up there. The combat academy's up here, I think. And yeah, we've got a library. Tavern's still level 1. I've got a bunch of copper blocks. Oh, some of them have got to the desired level of corrodedness. Something I'm really not a fan of is requiring particular levels of corrosion on copper blocks for recipes. It's very, very fiddly. Apparently Create has some way of doing it with a bit of precision, but saving that for when I do the steampunk one. There's a cockatrice. That's tame. Little friendly little fella. Oh, hello. For mice and fire, if you find a rotten egg, you can throw it on the ground, and there's a chance it will turn into a cockatrice, and they're obviously a lot beefier than chickens. They will defend chickens with their lives if you put them in your if you've got a fox issue. Oh, they don't like foxes, cockatrice, but we don't have any foxes around here. So over here is the cattle. The cattle herder also has pigs and sheep upstairs. It doesn't come with a fence. I had to put a fence around it, else they all just wandered off, which was not the most marvellous situation, but cows are under control. And she's probably got a load of large bottles which she can fill up with milk, which we need for the mine colonies recipes. I have a mine colony cook over the other side of the town, who's frantically making cheese, and I should think so too. The mine I'm stuck on because it needs ender stuff at this point, and I haven't been to the end yet. Made a little house for the miner, and this is the other mystical site. Both mystical sites for Shogun are huge and include loads of other things. For instance, I mean that's the mystical site 3 we are here at the moment, and up here is the hospital. And it's got like guard posts everywhere. Oh, he's having a little nap. I'm not sure what else is here. I think there might be an alchemist in here somewhere, but I haven't found it. Or maybe it hasn't. Maybe it hasn't been placed yet. But it's very large. It's like a bathhouse, which obviously the Japanese traditionally are very big on those. So we've got a nice hot spring there. Oops. Now round the back. The warehouse is, I think it's level 4 at the moment. I think we're working on getting it to level 5. But as I say, it's requiring quite a lot of fiddly stuff at the moment. We switched most of the local trees to dynamic, which has admittedly slowed down the amount of wood we're getting in, but that's fine. We had giant stacks of the stuff. I mostly need the foresters for stripping logs, which they're doing fairly well. A few more cockatrices. I put a whole load of cockatrices here because the stone smelter kept dying. I mean, I've got a guard tower right here, but I've lost about 5 stone smelters now. I've lit it up as best I can, but somehow, don't mind him, he's with us. I'll show you him in a minute. Yeah. So, and I put this fence up and everything, but somehow zombies just keep appearing and murdering my stone smelters. Though hopefully, I think the cockatrice may have helped the situation a little bit. Now, down here, back over with the dwarf. Unfortunately, I also made a slight miscalculation, and the stone smelter's eating the dwarf's roof. I love slime blocks. I have lots and lots of graves now.
I heard a whistle that time.
And one day, you'll see that one's got a blue spirit, which basically means that you get an extra special results when you use it for certain things. Basically, you get ancient tablets instead of regular tablets, that sort of thing. And one day this fella turned up. He's a grave guardian. He's wandered off over here a bit because he was chasing barbarians. But yeah, he just turns up and he stays. And he sells various rather useful Gorel tombstone bits and pieces. And he's beefy. And he basically just goes after anything he does not look of. Which is absolutely ideal. A free, competent guard down here. I don't know whether I can get any more of them, whether I can get one per grave or what, because that would be pretty sweet. A little army of grave guardians. Anyway, yeah. I get through a lot of bamboo. Fortunately, 2 bamboo plantations is mostly keeping up. It's because the miner uses bamboo for all his tunnels and things, so you just need vast amounts. And unfortunately, there's nobody in the mine colony who's capable of turning bamboo into bamboo blocks. It just goes meh, invalid recipe. Which is bad when you've got a theme completely based around bamboo. So I have to do that, and then the carpenter can deal with it. I upgraded the. This originally was the supply camp, and you can upgrade it 5 levels as well. I've just done 1 because it wasn't very critical, but yeah, you get more guard towers. You get guard towers and things in here as well. I'm not using those because it's just too low level to make it worthwhile. Got my stonemason here now. She's doing a lovely job. There she is. I don't know why she needs to build a little mountain, but she's got a little mountain. And it's a bit of a pain in the neck to go visit her, but it's all good. I'm slacking. Slacking a bit on residences because they need particularly fiddly things currently. Also, I've started putting a bit of road in. As I've mentioned before, colonists do go faster on certain surfaces. And so that helps with their pathing a bit, because they obviously prefer the pathing mechanics. Basically, will try to get them to go on surfaces in which they get their 15% bonus. But yeah, PVH has a beautiful road network that extends throughout her entire colony, and it's beautiful. I was hoping to make this sort of a better designed colony, but it really isn't. It's just a big old mess. Over here, you'll remember in the last one I set up the coke oven. I've now got the. Let's take the. I really need to. Do I have any wood here? No, but that's okay. The creosote goes into the compression dynamo here. And puts off energy. Now, something you always want to do with any thermal dynamics dynamo is stick an excitation field limiter in, which basically means that energy isn't wasted. It only makes as much energy as it needs to for the current purposes. This is actually the first engine I always make. It's the clockwork engine, which doesn't have any material inputs. You just right-click it lots, and then it starts making energy. This is a disenchantment dynamo. I don't think I've got anything to put it in it right. Well, I could put that in, but I'm not going to. You put books and magic items in there. It turns them into energy. And as I've all got them all connected with a basic universal cable from Mechanism. I prefer the energy cables from Mechanism to thermal expansion. Because it stores energy. I don't think the thermal ones do. So it gives you an extra energy buffer. And they're very upgradable. Anyway, over here I've got my pulverizer. Now, pulverizer, firstly and foremostly, will turn your ore blocks that you're getting from your mine or from your Silk Touch weapon in modern Minecraft. In previous versions, you get the blocks when you mine anyway. But anyway, you stick the blocks in there and you get 2 dust instead of 1. But even more importantly, for me at the moment, if you throw logs in there, you get sawdust, which you can use to make paper, which is how I'm keeping on top of the ridiculous paper requirements of the library. And yeah, the library. This is a redstone furnace. It just cooks. Unfortunately, I may as well turn that off actually, because it can't work with the with this little fella, because it doesn't put out enough power, which is why you need power to be stored somewhere. Now these all have their own internal power buffer, and yeah, if you do I have anything I can chuck in there? Nothing I wanna actually dissolve, I don't think. Nope. I can't remember if I had a traveller's backpack last time we spoke, but I've upgraded it a bit to give me some extra space and a crafting table. Oh, and it's magnetic now as well, so I collect things from a little further away. Anyway, we're in a bit of a to-do at the moment over in this world, because Create is updated to version 6, and because Create has this thing called Flywheel, which is basically I think a lighting engine or rendering engine. Loads and loads and loads and loads of mods, not just Create add-ons, are dependent on it, and so some of them have updated and some of them haven't, and it's basically making it impossible to update anything update very much at the moment over here, which is vexing. I don't remember this hole. But yes, I don't remember this hole at all. But I've clearly been down here. Anyway, yes, it's made it very hard to actually update anything because as I said, it just breaks everything when you're trying to set things up. So while we're waiting on that, we've actually started a 12.2 world. Now, as I've said before, 12.2 is my happy place with fully functional forestry and thaumaturgy. So the next few videos, at least, we're not doing anything bad to this world. We're going to be back because we want to try some more mine colony themes. As I said, I want to actually get into Create and the steampunk theme. Although I am distressed that the steampunk theme apparently requires all manner of different levels of corrosion copper blocks. I mean, this one's bad enough for that, but steampunk one apparently just is out of control in that regard. But if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But yeah, 12.2, fully functional bees and Thalmcraft and Electro Bob's Wizardry, which Iron's spellbooks is sort of an homage to Electro Bob's Wizardry, but it's not quite there, in my opinion. And Astral Sorcery, which I absolutely adore. So yes, we'll be doing some 12.2 for a bit. Though, to be honest, most of everything everything there will apply to modern Minecraft anyway. 12.2 is just a really good version. It's even though I'm running all the mods, it's not all the mods, not that mod pack, but even though I'm running lots of mods, it's a lot less strain. We're getting a lot less lag on the server, which is odd, really, because it's not like the server's doing anything different. But I think Microsoft Mojang have just become less and less efficient as time goes by. I think developers do this because because your machines are so much more powerful over the years. They don't put as much effort into making them efficient. The software, so you don't get the benefit you think you would, and I'm a bit grumpy about that. But that's the way of things. So I've made myself a little progressive bees, productive bees even. Advanced beehive, because it turns out that I hadn't turned smallpox off. I'd turned smallpox off in a completely different Minecraft version. I can't see a way to do it here. So we needed those honey bottles after all. Over in the hospital, we've only had like one case of smallpox, but I set that up anyway. It's just a much better beehive because it has a built-in smoker, so there's no getting. I think that the bee that was actually in it might be dead, because I'm not seeing any or have wandered off, which is unfortunate. But there you are. I have enough honey to be getting on with. I shall track down some more bees and catch them in my little bee cages. I just realised I don't have the screen up. Oh, I can't. Oh, dear. Because I've reset all my cookies. It's not actually showing me any chats in the window there. Let me just actually sign into that, because just in case somebody is actually talking to me, because that would be bad. No, looks like we're good. Nobody even noticed I'm streaming, so that's fine. It's a bit of a funny time of the day. Love the donkey. Hello, donkey. I did some serious tweaking to the spawning, so we've actually. To be honest, I know what happened to that bee. Because I did a kill command that wiped out all the productive bees. Wild bees, because they were just eating into the animal spawn cap horribly, and I've since changed it so that the nests don't spawn anymore with trees. It's fine, because you can still craft productive bee nests and then summon bees to them. So if you need them for breeding, that's fine. But yeah, It's not healthy for your animal mix if you have all those productive bees everywhere. That shouldn't have killed that bee, though. So I suspect it just wandered off. Poor little fella. One day, I'm going to actually have to look into Feywild. It's a happy little fairy. Anyway, I'm just milling around now. That is the state of play. We're fairly happy with how all our colonies have come together, but as I say, I really do need to actually plan these things out better. I'm just not very good at that, mostly. But I'd like to have put a wall around it, but as I said, at some point I'll do Fortress again. I'm a lot better with that, because everything's the same size, or at least is in particular chunks and number of chunks, and it's just a lot easier for my brain to wrap its head around. But particularly with this one, as I didn't know how huge some of these things were going to be. I mean, I still haven't built the power. I don't have a barracks because I don't have finding space for the palace or the barracks wall gate thing is I still haven't managed to do, but I will get that done eventually. But yes, I will see you all in 12.2, where we've just arrived and we haven't done anything particularly interesting yet. I've just been fishing, and PVH has been raiding villages. And Ari had a bit of connection issues, but I think I've probably fixed that now. We will find out. Anyway, yes, I'm going to leave that there. I am. Oh, I might start the zombie invasion. Leave my lumberjack alone, you. I've actually put way too much knockback on this sword, and it's gotten annoying. I've got knockback 2, but I've also got rebounding on the bronze leggings as well. So that's a bit too much knockback. I think knockback 1 might be. I mean, it depends how many things you're fighting. Sometimes it's good to be able to knock things into the distance. But most of the time, it's a little bit awkward actually if they're just being knocked back that much. Anyway, yes, I was going to go. It's like I'm like a teenager talking to his girlfriend. It's like, oh, you hang up. Anyway, I'm going. Oh, you go. And I